the road again. I don't know the words.
You don't know the words.
I know that part.
Okay, Ole'Pops and Gracie here. We're in the Jeep. We're waiting on...
Something about I can't wait to be on the road again.
I just can't wait to be on the road again. Okay. We're waiting on Mama, Dan, Abby, my granddaughter. We're in the Jeep. Dan's rented him a car, and he and Abby are gonna drive a car that they've rented. I'd show you it, but I'll show you it later. It's a Dodge Challenger, a brand new Dodge Challenger, and they're gonna ride in it. But Dan's saved up money, and he's treating us to a 4-day vacation. See, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, 3 nights and 3.5 days at the Christmas Village 4-star hotel in Pigeon Forge. It's supposed to be the, I don't know if it's the only 4-star hotel in the state of Tennessee or if it's the nicest 4-star hotel. And there's not a 4-star hotel in Nashville. But this is
There's not?
No.
I don't even know what that means. I don't know what.
It's like a big old swanky place. But he's been saving money for a while to get this place, and today's the day we go. And I'm not gonna know how to act. I really am not gonna know how to act.
I remember going on trips to Missouri, and when we'd stay in a motel, y'all'd always talk about it being a roach motel. Is that a 1-star? Or is that a 1/4 star?
I don't believe those have stars. I believe they're falling stars. But anyway, here comes everybody, and we're fixing to get on the road again.
I just can't wait to be on the road again.
Anyway, me and my sidekick and our mother is anyway, we'll check back in. So y'all, part 2 coming up soon. Well, it's Ole'Pops here. We got to Gatlinburg, or got to Pigeon Forge. And we stopped at the Buc-ee's in Cookeville, and we had us a brisket sandwich, and then we come on into what's the name of this place, Mama?
The Christmas Inn?
The Inn at the Christmas Place. That's what it's called. The Inn at the Christmas Place. And there's their card. It's one of the nicest motels I believe I ever saw in my life. I'm gonna pan you around this room and just let you see this room. We got somebody knocking at our door. Let's see who this is. Oh, it's Daniel Jones. Buddha. But it's just beautiful. This is my office. My new office. Now we've got our junk spread out everywhere, but got the little kitchen area. Just everything is just set up with Christmas decorations everywhere.
Blue raspberry.
Well, that hit several spots.
And it's there's my granddaughter. Gracie's outside on the balcony.
Who are you filming that for?
Oh, I just thought I'd make a video.
Huh?
I thought I'd make a video.
What, for your channel?
Yeah. It's gonna be 3 or 4 days long.
Oh,
We're gonna go see.
if you want, I'll film you going on the lightning rod.
On the lightning rod. No, but you can film me going on the what you call that thing? The
Alpine.
Alpine. Yeah, the Alpine thing.
That's fun.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the
lightning rod
Alpine.
isn't-
Dan says the lightning rod isn't.
Oh, it is, but for those people who like danger.
Yeah, that's more danger than I want. Look at that. This place is Christmas all year long, and it's let's go out here on the balcony just for a minute.
Oh, wow. They're my favorite. I
If I'd have
love.
known that, I wouldn't have done it.
What?
I
But
know.
that's pretty damn
I
good.
know.
What is it?
I made him try cashew. I
deal-
knew if you knew what it was, he wouldn't have tried
A
it.
dill pickle cashew.
That's why I said shut up and eat
See,
it.
there's
I knew if he knew what it
where
was, he
you, where
wouldn't
you
have ate
pull
it.
under to go check in. They got the big Christmas wreaths.
I love it.
And right over yonder is the Hilton Garden Inn.
Man, I want to ride that.
And right there is the Hampton.
I popped your
Let me
face.
show you what he's looking at.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Can you see that?
You speak up.
What's
That
the
big
plan for
Ferris
tomorrow?
wheel over there.
Do stuff.
We're trying to decide. And I can't
When's your
tell.
plan for tomorrow?
I can't
Well-
tell what that motel is, but that's another big motel
Everyone's turned into a fucking couch potato, so
sitting right over there.
I'm heading to the pipe shop.
I can't tell what it is.
Till everybody gets in the mood to move. I think tomorrow night.
Fairfield?
First thing in the
It
morning,
ain't.
we'll try to make
Yeah, it's the
reservations.
Fairfield.
Go to the
Yeah,
Sounds
that's what it
Motel
is.
dinner reservation.
Yeah, and they've got.
Her inability to get around as much, can't do walking and everything. I said that would make her trip, and I said, well, see, that's what.
Yeah, they've got
If we
a
could
dinner
find something
theater
that would make each
that has a
and every person-
Motown
At
show
least one thing that would just.
somewhere in town. And
I
that's
think
gonna
tomorrow
be
night we'll all
Jill's
go out to eat at-
Treat. She loves
Sunlighter?
Motown better than anything,
Sunlighter or
so
that place?
we're gonna take her there tomorrow night.
Sunlighter or that place?
So we're
Sunliner or that place?
we're gonna have a big time.
We can eat
We'll get back with you tomorrow. We're here. We're checked into the motel, and
I'd rather hit the
we just went
Sunliner
down
today.
to the gazebo. You can't smoke in the rooms. Can't smoke anywhere inside. So we just had us a hot cup of wassail
Taste this.
and went down to the gazebo and smoked a bowl of Penzance.
Another cashew?
And
I'll take another, yeah.
we're set for the evening. So much love to everybody.
They're my favorite.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Well, look who's back! Ole'Pops and the Briardude.
Is that what we're seeing?
That's what we're seeing.
Okay.
We're
Good to see you.
we're fresh off of a trip to Pigeon Forge. We stayed at a lovely, lovely, lovely place, Dan's happy place, called the Inn at Christmas Place. And it's, I have to admit, it's, there's no place on earth quite like it. On earth. But we left out Monday afternoon and stayed Monday evening, Monday night, all day and all night Tuesday, all day and all night Wednesday, and checked out Thursday and came home and just had a great time. And I have to thank Dan for taking us and introducing us to this place. And he took me and Jill and Gracie and my granddaughter Abby, and we had a marvelous time. It was well, I wouldn't say well deserved, because I don't know what I did to deserve it, but it was well received, and it was time.
Everybody's got to get away.
Yeah, it was time for it. We certainly couldn't afford to have done it on our own, and it was time for a getaway. But it was good to get home. It was good to see Luca again. We had a great time. We just had a wonderful time. I was proud of the way the Jeep performed on the way down there. We kept up. Dan rented a Challenger, a brand new Challenger, and drove it down there, and my old Jeep kept up with him all the way down there and all the way back. But any of y'all that's never stopped at a Buc-ee's truck stop, make sure you make it one of your life's ambitions to do so. And it gives you some Buc-ee's castor bites.
Some what?
Buc-ee's castor bites.
Did you get some of those?
Yeah!
I didn't even see those.
You know what castor bites are, you?
No.
Buc-ee's butthole bites.
Oh, I'll pass.
You know what castor is, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd just forgotten. Yeah, they got one on the 320 exit and one on the 407 exit in Sevierville, and
320's in Cookville.
yeah, it's about halfway between there. It's a good halfway point stop. And whenever I go to Pigeon Forge, I always eat lunch there at the 320 exit, and I get me some brisket to nibble on all the way there, and maybe a little at night. I put it in the fridge when I get to the motel.
But hey, y'all listen, you ain't got to go to Cookville. Listen, if you're in Pennsylvania or Nevada, you ain't got to go to Cookville. They're all over the United States. Buc-ee's are everywhere.
We're fixing to get one here in Murfreesboro.
Find you a Buc-ee's. Go visit it. Anyway,
And
I want to say hi to Richard, Sir Richard,
yeah,
the Dread Tiger. It was my pleasure. It was a treasure to meet you, and I wanted to show everybody. I'll try to put a photo somewhere along here or here or here or here or here somewhere to show y'all this up close. I got me a Dunhill, y'all. I got me a Dunhill. From Sir Richard at the Gatlin Burlier in the Mountain Mall in Gatlinburg. Listen, if you go anywhere near Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg, go to the Mountain Mall and visit Sir Richard. Do that. And then get the hell out of Gatlinburg.
buy a pipe while you're there.
Yeah.
Buy some tobacco. They got some
Spend all your money.
fantastic blends.
And then get the hell out of Gatlinburg and don't go back. But go visit Richard.
Gatlinburg is a wonderful place. It's just not exactly made for 60, 70-year-olds with bad knees. you got to park and it's expensive and you got to walk everywhere, and that's fine. You get tired, but Pigeon Forge is like a town, more like a town. Every place has its own parking. It's a lot more user friendly for elderly, and it's just me personally, I think it has a lot more to offer. But then again, I have not seen but just that main strip of Gatlinburg, and there's no telling what is hidden further on up the road.
For who?
Huh?
For who?
For anybody.
Who you calling elderly? I was elderly on my last birthday.
Well, I still got knees made of bone, so, and they're bad enough. So
I don't. I got them made of plastic and metal.
Yeah.
Anyway, now the reason for the video. About maybe 2.5 weeks before we left, we went to every antique store on Dan's day off in Murfreesboro that we could think of. I had a couple of pipes that I had seen in there that were $10, Tim. And one of them I had my eye on, and I was waiting for my Social Security check to come in, Tim. And I really was guarding that pipe, and Tim. And when I went back to get it, Tim, it was gone. And I'm just sure that Tim probably went in there and got it. And Tim, if it wasn't you, I apologize. But he's Southland Piper is the only other person that I know of in the YTPC that restores pipes, and would have appreciated this particular pipe for $10. It was a Savinelli. It was a really nice pipe, and it would have made a great restoration. And I only hope that he's the one that got it. I really do, because Tim, you would have done a great job restoring that pipe. And I hope you're the one that got it. I really do. But while we were there, Dan made a couple of great purchases, and one pretty lucky purchase. You picked up a couple of humidors, and this is one of them. Was it 7 pipes? 7-pipe humidor?
Yeah, it was 2 that had 7. One was more Art Deco, and it held 7 as well, though. And then there was another one that had just a single pipe holder on the top of the lid, and it had a really badly abused gray bow on it that came with it. This one had a no name along with it. I think it was no more inscribed with just imported briar, was it? And had more cake than a bakery. And but it's in real sad shape. I don't even know whether it's worth cleaning up. But inside this one was
it's got a little tobacco in it.
Yeah, and I don't know whether it's the same tobacco. I doubt it, because this has not been opened, and that doesn't smell like what I've read this should smell like. This is from Tinderbox, and it's got on the bottom it says, the Tinderbox tobacco in this tin was blended in accordance with our philosophy of providing our customer with only the finest in smoking enjoyment. For over 50 years, our experience with tobacco manufacturers has proven that only the finest leaf blended with old world care can create the taste and aroma demanded by knowledgeable smokers. Net weight 1 ounce, little 1 ounce friction type fit can, kind of like the, I'm assuming like the ones on sterno cans. And then on the other side, it's actually printed on the metal toe back with some filigree. And I'm going to give this tin to Wendell and let him get some close-ups on it. And because you got to do all this nonsense or something, and I don't know how to do that. And then on the side, what I'm assuming was the flavor, because it's stick-on, and that would make perfect sense. You just make these and then stick whatever label the flavor is. And it's Cafe Supreme. And I Googled this, and do you want to show this up close while I tell what I found out? I found on the National Pipe Smokers Association blog, a guy had gotten on there and asked if anyone knew anything about his uncle or dad or granddad's favorite tobacco from the tinder box was Cafe Supreme. And of course he was looking to, it was discontinued obviously, he knew that, and was looking for, say, a replacement, a makeover or blend, or you know, something that approached it, and said that all he knew about it was that it was coffee flavored. And I guess that the cafe is like designating that. But of course, about the only suggestion he got was 1Q, and you know, I mean, you can't go wrong with the stuff. I keep plenty of it around, but it's not exactly helpful in terms of nailing down a suitable replacement for it. But it got me looking and interested in everything, and I tried to find more about this, and I couldn't find anything. I even called the tinder box, and they wanted to see pictures of it before they gave me an answer. I just have not gotten around to do that. I've been so busy. But we asked Richard about it, and he gave us a little bit more info. All the stores use these, and there was a lot of similarities between some of the blends. There was also a little bit like every brick and mortar will do a little different. And but it's hard to say whether this one was singular to that one store or whether they shared that recipe. But at any rate, it's old, it's rare, but not that rare. Just because something's old doesn't mean it's valuable. Sometimes it just means it's old.
I resemble that remark.
But you know, we found that tin of Prince Albert and we smoked it, and it was unique. I'm not a burley hound, but it was decent. It tasted like it had a little age on it. Imagine that. But this,
But that was all.
doesn't, huh?
But that was all. It just tasted old. That
Yeah.
was-
This doesn't, judging from the condition of it and the style of it, I'm going to say this is a good 10, 20 years newer than the tin that we found. So it should be a closer balance between age and freshness. So we're hoping anyway. Well, anyway, we're either going to document our complete enjoyment or our demise from smoking this. So we're going to give it a whirl in the wind. I hate smoking in the wind. But we'll see what this has. Get my finger out of the way, it'll open. Here goes nothing. I'm going to try to get this open without scratching the paint. Without spilling it as well. I would imagine a butter knife would be better. Get the backside of this helps. It's moving, you can see it.
Yep. comes. There she is.
It's in a bag.
Oh. It's probably somebody's grandmother's ashes.
It has a zip tie. That kind of makes me think it's not quite as old as
Oh, like a brad tie.
the, yeah. That's what I meant. Like those old tins, that first one we smoked, they were wrapped in paper.
Yeah.
This plastic. What do you think? It's supposed to be a coffee flavored Cavendish.
Really? Boy, it's dry as a popcorn fart.
Is it? Yeah. Well, I would imagine that plastic bag probably did a better job than the paper.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
But still, I mean, that's a long time to be losing some. You know. But we can give it a whirl and see what it does. I got while I was at Gatlin Burlier. Geez, what can you say? And you just got to say, go there, man. I love going there. It's the first place I go every time I go down there. And last time, I'll go ahead and get this out of the way. Last time I went to see Richard, I bought this Maestro Geppetto. It's like a big fat 320 or an author, but it's got a saddle stem and it's red. And I don't know if I'm doing this right, but anyway, it's a really nice one. It's got a great balance to it, even though it's bulky. It clinches well, not too heavy. And I've liked that pipe so much that I got this one at the same time. And I like this one because it's almost the same exact dimensions as my favorite production pipe, the 7LE 644 KS. This is a G Manetto, and I haven't even smoked it. It's a nice feeling pipe, clinches well and everything. But I've just loved that Maestro Geppetto. I haven't even touched this one yet. Then the last time we went, we just got back. I picked up this guy, a TPE, I believe he said it was. And this is one of the best smoking pipes I believe I've ever had. I've smoked nothing but this pipe since we got it. And I got this one along with it. It's same brand, just a different style. It's more of a straight up bowl, very similar to almost like a pot, whereas this one's more brandy style. I like the taper of the bowl better. That's one of the things I like about the 644 KS, but this one's a little bit more straight up on the bowl. I don't think has quite the flair of that one, but I would imagine it's pretty close to same dimensions, same brand. I expect it'll be just fine. But this thing is just, it's a beast. I really enjoy it. It's I mean, like overnight, want to become one of my favorites. So yeah, we picked up a whole bunch of more Cage Cove, which is just some of the best stuff. Boy, oh boy. And they've got two really good Englishes, Smokies, 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 EASE, Smokies, Smokies, and it's really good. And they have another English called No Local, and that's awfully good. One of them is quite a bit stronger than the other. I can't recall. Smoked them both at the same time, and I can't really remember which one was the strong one.
And if you're a Burley fan, an aromatic Burley fan, Sir Richard has a blend that he made himself, that he named after himself, that he calls Sir Richard's Blend. That's just absolutely fantastic. And if you want to give him a call and order it, give it a try. It has a familiarity of Lane Burley Light without a bite. It has that type of familiarity, but it's just utterly fantastic. Give it a try. It's one of the best Burleys I've ever tried. It's one of the best aromatic Burleys I've ever tried.
I've been on a Nording kick lately. And not this last time, but the time before I went to Pigeon Forge. Before I left town, there's a cigar shop on Parkway, about a half a block southeast of the inn. And I found a Nording nose warmer, a medium to dark finish Bulldog nose warmer. And that is probably one of my top 5 pipes now. That thing is just incredible. And also, Corvette Jim, his recent sale, I picked up the Nording King and Queen, and that Queen is very nice, but that King is an absolute beast. It's one of the most attractive pipes I've ever seen, and it smokes very nice. And to be over 5.5 inches long, and that bulky, almost a Dublin type bowl, it is surprisingly easy to clinch. I've enjoyed that one quite a bit.
Have you packed your pipe yet?
No, go ahead if you
I already have.
Oh, you've got some of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what the dry pull tastes like?
Huh?
You know what the dry pull tastes like?
Do I know what?
The dry pull tastes like?
What's that?
Old.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we may not.
It just tastes old. Here goes nothing.
We just may, at best, beat out a Squibber infield single. I'm going to try this other one in case it does leave something behind. While we were in the forge, we hit some places. I tell you, you could go there and stay 3 years and never visit everything. It's just a remarkable place. We ate at Harpoon Harry's Crab House, and I swear it was the best gator tail, best Pacific grilled shrimp, and best frog legs I have ever had in my life.
And the biggest and the best nacho you have ever seen or tasted.
Fantastic margaritas. Gracie is a drink expert, so she ordered them for us. Outside of beer and champagne, I'm a dumbass, so whatever she put in front of me, I enjoyed.
Yeah, she's pretty smart on it.
And then we went to, of course, Bucky's, my goodness. And then we went to...
They got the best brisket I've ever tasted.
Well, you need to try the brisket at Fort Worth Steakhouse. It's comparable, really is. They have a brisket plate, and they have brisket mac and cheese.
Oh wow!
And we also ate at the Smokies Smoky Mountain Brewery.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy to find moonshine up there, but I wanted to find some local beer and drink it. And you can go in there and you can taste test all 9 of their beers, little 5-ounce cups. I think for somewhere around $11-12, it's and then I figured out which one I liked. I like to taste the bitterness of the hops. Me personally, I'm a regular white underwear American Pilsner kind of guy. Pabst is fine with me. So I settled on their Appalachian Mountain Ale and
Pale ale.
Pale Ale, Appalachian Pale Ale, and I ordered a 28-ounce growler, big green jug with a white ceramic and rubber seal top and a pewter handle. Golly bomb, it was something. And had that with my meal, and that was some of the best beer I've had in a while. Of course, you know, when you're happy, everything is heightened, and I don't think I've had a bite of bad food or a bad drink or a bad experience up there. I just transform when I go up there. It's the only place on the face of the planet where I don't worry about things at home. They're just off my radar.
There's nobody in this world that likes a Reuben any better than I do. That Thousand Island corned beef and sauerkraut combination on that rye bread. That combination is just, to me, it's comparable to a real Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Those two, I just love them. But I have never in my life experienced a Reuben sandwich like they make at that Smoky Mountain Distillery. That was the best Reuben I believe I've ever eaten in my life.
And just when you think you've had an experience up there that's just the highlight of the trip, something else happens. You know,
that waitress.
I wish I remembered her name at
Something else.
At Smoky Mountain.
Yes.
Yeah, she was true blue. Very patient with me as I picked out the perfect beer. And then to top it all off, Wednesday night, we had a rockabilly concert in the lobby of the hotel, the Warman Trio.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing, check out their website. They're playing all around Pigeon Forge because they're from there, but they branch out in Nashville, Murfreesboro. They're going to be in Murfreesboro November the 4th. So we're going to go see that. Very, very, very entertaining. They got the rockabilly down. That was another highlight of the whole trip. Just had so much fun. They could have played another couple of hours and been fine with me.
Yeah.
But they were just awesome.
It's a man and his 2 daughters, a 21-year-old and a 22-year-old daughter. The Warman Trio, WARMAN, WarmanTrio.com. TheWarmanTrio.com. Look them up.
Yeah, Rick, Jessica, and Presley. And this right here, this ain't bad.
No, it don't taste bad.
I mean, rating it with a brand new tobacco, I would say it's pretty good.
Well,
I don't pick up much coffee.
I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it away, and I wouldn't throw it away, but I wouldn't buy it again.
I mean, it's not remarkable, but it's surprisingly smooth.
I'd smoke that 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'd try to rehydrate it a little. It might be a little better if you did.
Well, I guess everybody's a little different. I tend to like it a little drier than most people do. But I don't know what they cased stuff with that would be any different from what they case stuff with nowadays, but you would expect a cased aromatic to hold a little bit. I mean, you can put some multidosi out on a table, and several days later, it's still got a good bit of humidity.
I was going to say that shit'll never dry out.
That could be the the glycerin in it, but
that shit'll never dry out. You can put it in a forest fire and it won't dry out.
Some people call them goopy messes. I love the stuff. I like them all. I like pretty much everything I've smoked. I even like the stuff I can't smoke because of the kit. So there was this other place that I'd like to mention and give kudos to man, I should show that knife. Let me go get that knife.
Yeah, you should, and the shirt. We were sitting in the parking lot. Abby, my granddaughter, wanted ice cream, so we pulled into a parking lot. It had an ice cream store in it, and I just happened to look over my shoulder and see in another shopping strip, I seen this place across my shoulder, and I pointed it out to Dan, and he said, well, if you want to look at it, let's go look at it.
Yeah, I didn't know what you were talking about. We got over there. Only in Pigeon Forge, I swear. You go in this place, and there's like these huge galvanized metal hoods over these furnaces, and they're forging knives inside this place. And this is a knife they made out of a railroad spike. And this knife is every bit worth the $85 I spent on it. And you go in there, you can buy a knife they've made on the forges right there, you can watch them make it. Or you can go in there and pay the same $85 and they'll throw an apron around you and put you over there and walk you through making it yourself. I've never in my life. Is that the most amazing thing that you go in there and forge your own knife? So that's on my itinerary for next time I go.
Well, me and Gracie go hiking all the time. And one of the places that we hike has train tracks. And we spend quite a bit of time walking these train tracks. And you can pick up railroad spikes like that. They're pulled. They vibrate loose. People pull them up. People's kids pick them up, pull them up. And you can find them. So we pick them up and drop them in our backpacks, and we make them back to the car. And I've had 2 of them in my car for 5-6 years. So when we went back outside to the car, we each went in there and watched them for a while. And anyway, we got in our car, and I told him, I said, hang on a minute. I went to the back of the car, and I pulled them 2 railroad spikes out. And Dan made the statement. He said, I'm gonna come back here next time I come up here, and I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna forge me a knife, my own knife. I'm gonna do it myself. So I got a little surprise for him. I took him 2 railroad spikes in there and gave them to that guy. And from now on, when me and Gracie go hiking, he's going back in March. And from now on, when me and Gracie go hiking, we're going to collect railroad spikes, and 2, 3, 4 at a time, I'm going to send that guy. I've got his address and his name, and I'm going to send him the railroad spikes that we find while we're hiking, I'm gonna write them a letter and tell them to take them off Dan's bill.
Yeah, they got a cool T-shirts, like black shirts, got their logo on the front lapel, which I really like. I like a T-shirt with a small logo here, big logo on the back, and the back has a real cool, nicely detailed piece of clip art style, logo-ish type, very nicely done.
Yeah.
A guy striking metal on a forge. And we'll get it hot and hit it. So get it hot and hit it.
Yeah, guy's got arms this big around.
Really cool.
He was talking about making steel orders and talking about just as soon as Biden took over office, he said steel went up about 3 times what it normally was.
Well, I would imagine he appreciated those spikes.
Yeah.
It's just turn that straight away into money.
Yeah, but you know, it can't cost too much to send from here to Pigeon Forge. It can't cost too much to send 2 or 3 spikes at a time.
Or you could save postage and then deliver them to.
That'd work. We'll do it that way then. I'll just save you a box full of them then. Because we could have 25 or 30, hell, we could have 50 spikes by then.
We're drinking the Cozy Christmas coffee.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
The Inn at Christmas place has 3 different blends of coffee that they have. They have the breakfast blend, then they have the Cozy Christmas coffee, and then they have a decaf. And they serve
wassail.
and spiced hot apple cider, and it's better than mine. I make my own, and it's what you shoot for. And they're all out every night from 8 to 11, along with chocolate chip cookies. Man, I'm telling you, the hospitality there, you hardly ever hear the word no. Sure you can, absolutely. And it's just, boy oh boy, you just went to the North Pole or something.
And breakfast every morning from 7 to 10. It's not a continental breakfast. Let me tell you something. It's a cafeteria breakfast, and they've got like over 200 items on that. Let me tell you. Whew.
That sounds like an exaggeration. It is not. They got multiple beverages: orange juice, chocolate milk, regular milk, coffee, apple cider. They got every kind of donut you would imagine, every kind of fruit you would imagine. They got their own omelet. We make your own omelet.
No, they got a chef standing there making them for you. You don't make your own.
You got your own. Make your own pancakes, waffles.
You got a waffle station.
And the deal breaker for me, the best grits.
Yes, sir. Biscuits and gravy, sausage, ham, bacon, hash browns. And little confections of little brown paper cups with little pieces of fudge and little squares of cheesecake cut up in them. Oh my.
Outdoor pool, indoor pool.
Weight
Hot
room.
tub, open 24/7.
Weight room, open 24/7. Complete gym.
It's something.
The only thing that was wrong, the only bad part about it was actually a good part about it. and they were making renovations, and they had people cutting stone, big thick limestones, and they had a machine out there cutting it that was making a lot of noise. And they were
Just
putting-
during the day.
Yeah, just during the day though, but it was making a lot of noise, and they were, that was kind of a distraction, but.
The grounds.
But it was to make a positive renovation.
The landscaping is just amazing.
Oh,
and,
man, it's
so
beautiful.
it's going to look nice, super nice when they get that done.
But it was to make, like I said, a nice stone walkway around the pond that's there.
Well, it's the perfect place for me because I love Christmas year round. I keep the tree up, turn the lights on 2 or 3 times a week. So I don't get the Christmas is over blues at all because it's with me year round. I think it's just too good of an idea to put in the closet for 11 months. And when you go there, the slogan is, celebrate the spirit of Christmas every day of the year. And everywhere you look, every room has a lit Christmas tree. And it's just, for people that love Christmas in that way, make it a hobby of their own, it's just a perfect place to go.
You got a TV, of course. You got a TV in every hotel room, but when you turn the TV off at night, you turn it back on during the day. Every time you turn that TV on, it comes on to a screen that's got a Yule log playing on it. Did you notice that?
Yeah. They got different channels for the screensavers, and also DVD player. You can check out Christmas movies at the desk and play them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep. We were thinking about getting one the last night, and we decided to do that, and then we went down, and there was the coffee and the cookies, and we forgot dead all about it. Dollywood. I wanted to go to Dollywood, but I would have had to gone by myself because some of those rides are just really violent, and I'm so blessed that I'm in a physical condition at this age to be able to do it, especially with some more recent health improvements. And but if you're motion challenged or you're sensitive to that, or I tell you, it can. Even Abby, she said she wanted to get back on the lightning rod, the fastest wooden roller coaster in the country. It was a blast. I loved it. I literally thought I was going to pass out halfway through it, which is weird because, for me to come off of the thing still loving it as much as I did. And I wanted to ride it again, but I was exhausted. I thought I'm going to have to wait before I ride it again. When we went back, I was ready to get back on it, but entering Dollywood is a bit pricey, and I wanted to make sure I did something other than just hit the lightning rod. So that's definitely going to be done in March. They got about 10 really crazy roller coasters up there.
Well, for y'all that knew about my fall and broken bones, I'm feeling much, much better. The old tailbone and the pelvis is healing up nicely. I'm feeling much better. I got a little sore driving that far, but I'm doing much better, much better.
Would you say that's a Cavendish, or is there any Burley in that?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I believe there's some Burley in it.
It burns quick.
Well, it's dry.
Be, yeah, it could be because of how dry it is. Today is good car working on weather.
Yeah, I promised Gracie I'd take her, we'd go hiking.
It's good for that too. Work up a little bit of a sweat and this briskness, good balance.
Yeah.
I hate working on a car when it's really hot, and I hate it even worse working on it when it's real cold.
Well, you got a good game to watch today.
A couple of them, huh?
Alabama taking on A&M.
Is Tennessee playing too?
No, Tennessee's got a bye today. They come back next week, they got A&M.
Well, they're getting a back-to-back smackdown, ain't they?
Who? A&M?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but you watch. Tennessee's going to beat Alabama again this year.
Think so?
Yeah, I do.
Could happen.
Did you see how their defense played last week?
I've seen how both of them have played all year. I think it could easily happen.
If Tennessee's defense plays Alabama the way they played South Carolina, they'll beat them.
Yeah, it's almost too cold.
Nah.
I'd say this would be great hiking weather. The faster, the better.
Well, now I can't go too fast because of my knee and my hip.
I bought me a long sleeve t-shirt while I was down there. I need to slip that on.
You needed to.
Yeah, got me a Rocky Top. Rocky
Yeah.
Top Harley Davidson.
Yes, sir.
The Pigeon Forge dealership. I think the one in Gatlinburg is Hillbilly Harley.
Hillbilly Harley.
And then Smoky Mountain Harley is in Maryville.
Yeah. Is it in Maryville or is it in is it in Maryville or Sevierville?
Maryville.
Well, they got one in Sevierville, don't they?
I don't think so. I think the Rocky Top is the thing there. If they do, I don't know about it. But you know, like Pigeon Forge so much, I was wanting a t-shirt from Hillbilly Harley to, you know, but then I got to, Abby said, well, why don't you check and see if Pigeon Forge got a deal with it? I did, and well, I'll be damned. And guess what? It's only 2 blocks away from the inn. So we went down there. It was a very nice place. They were real friendly and everything. They didn't turn their nose up at me because I ride a shovel head.
Yeah, he that one guy with the long handlebar, that gray mustache. He told me my paperwork was sitting in there waiting in the office.
I bet so. Hang on, let me go rob a bank right quick.
Yeah. He just didn't know me well, did he?
And I like it that they got plenty of shirts that have old bikes on them.
Yeah. But they won't work on them shirts either.
Yeah, that's a good one. Work on the shirt. Yep. Do it a little later. I think mine's about out. Boy,
Mine's done.
it's burned quick.
Yep. Burn quicker than Montreal.
Yeah, that went zippity doo dah right there. And another champ. Thank you, Richard. That one, boy, oh boy, that was awesome. That thing did good. I've looked inside at the mortise and tenon of these, the way they do this. Wendell said it was kind of almost like a military design, and I don't know how big the gap is in there, but this one that I like so well, just as soon as if you overwork it, just as soon as you feel it starting to gurgle, it quits. So it's
It don't take much to drown, huh?
yeah. This one didn't gurgle at all. It's probably because we were smoking sand out of it. No, that I thought that tasted really good.
Yeah, it tasted good.
A lot better than I thought it would.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not remarkable.
The dry pull just tasted, like I said, just tasted, I don't know, flavors of Bengay.
Yeah, we took some Penzance and some special Atakia flake with us on the trip. I had those in the smoking gazebo outside, and
Yeah.
boy, that was very enjoyable.
Yes, it was.
I'm gonna grab some more mud.
Now, that flavored coffee that he's talking about that came from that place, it's flavored with cinnamon and bourbon. They got a breakfast blend that'll just knock you out. It's wonderful. But flavored coffee ain't for me.
I'm trying to flesh out my Nording collection. I've just become infatuated with those. My favorite production pipe, of course, is a Savinelli. You can't go wrong with them. Moving into the more independent type of custom pipes, I love Nero's quite a bit. That's probably my second favorite. And then, of course, Nording right there. Well, those three. Of course, I know that you can find a bum in every brand, and you can find a jewel in the most obscure.
Well, of course, look
Every
at
pipe
us.
is, every pipe, but you're more than likely to not find a bum in a pipe that has as good a quality control as those three. But I picked up that King and Queen set. Very pleased with both of those. And then I got the nose warmer in Pigeon Forge at the cigar shop. And then I've got a a straight pipe. It's about 6.5 inches long. A Nording that I picked up for about $50 at the Muletown Pipe Show last time we went there. And that thing is one of the best smoking pipes I've ever seen. It's a quick little 20-30 minute bowl type thing.
Oh,
They are truly excellent pipes.
yep. Oh. Gotta get up off that butt bone for a minute.
Huh?
Gotta get up off that butt bone for a minute.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, when we were at the Vans store,
Yeah.
they didn't have a bench out there, and we were sitting on the base of that big column.
Yeah.
It was about that big, and man, I'm telling you what,
Well, why didn't you come in? It's a shoe store. You know there's places to sit down.
yeah, but that's to try on shoes. That's for people that are shopping. And I still have manners that most people don't. And man, we stood up, and our hips were just locked.
Well, if you're in there with somebody that's trying on shoes, I mean, they ain't gonna say nothing to you.
I want another pair of these. I can't find them anywhere.
What are they, New Balance?
They don't have to be New Balance. All that I care about is that they are the modern athletic shoe cut,
Yeah.
and they're brown.
You ought to try Skechers.
Well, I went to Kohl's. I went to Farnham. I've been all over town. I can't find it. They say they don't make these brown ones anymore. That it was a style that went out. I
I
can't.
don't believe that.
I can't buy it. But
I believe Skechers will have something like that.
look at that.
Oh, man.
I just
No, I
noticed.
don't believe Skechers makes anything like that.
I just noticed that, man. That's. These are about had it.
I had a pair of Columbia boots, and I put them on the other day to come over here and mow. And when I went home, the entire sole was off of them. I hadn't worn them in like 3 or 4 years, and they were 20, 25 years old.
Well, get me a tube of shoe goo and try to fix that.
Well, it might work, it might not. Although I've fixed shoes with them before, and it's worked for quite a while.
From Cage Cove?
Now I'm fixing to go back to the house and see about putting that video together. Like I said, I told Gracie I'd take her hiking.
Well, I think I'm gonna try to get the air conditioner out of the Buick.
Well, I wish you luck. But anyway, that was the extent of our week and our weekend, and it's good to. I would say it's good to see y'all. I hope it's good to see us. Maybe you'll see us again soon.
I wish we could have done some filming down there.
I did a little.
Sprinkle that in on this
I
video.
am. I intend to.
Golly bum, it's just
I took a bunch of pictures. I'm gonna put a little video at the beginning and then some pictures throughout. So y'all look for that. And then this part will be in the end. So
everybody's got something different that flips their skirt.
yeah.
But Abby and I have always been obsessed with Christmas.
Damn, that stuff smells good.
Oh, don't it? It's just you can't beat it. She went down there with her boyfriend, and they stayed, and I think they stayed in a cabin in Gatlinburg, and then she explored around. She comes back, she says, I want you to go somewhere with me. And I said, where? She said, take 3 or 4 days off work. So I did, and we went up there, and she said, I said, what are we going to do? Well, you got to show me up here. She goes, well, she says, what I want to show you is where we're staying. If you don't like this place as well as I do, I'm going to shoot you. I thought, well, the pressure's on. As soon as we pulled in and I saw the whole Christmas motif, I was literally, I knew that, yeah, it was a big thumbs up.
So Abby introduced you to this place?
Abby found this place
Far
and
out.
took me there and paid my way the very first time I went.
Good on her.
And when we no more got checked in, looked around, took in the sights and smells, got to the room, laid our luggage on the beds, and she said, "What do you think?"
Ooh.
And I looked at her, I said, "I got a great idea. Let's go home, empty the bank account, come back, and stay till it's gone." I was just, home? Where's that?
Yeah.
I could literally die there. I'm telling you, I just love it.
Well, I got tons of pictures of the place. So tell them bye so I can show them to them.
Sayonara.
Much love, y'all. I'm Ole'Pops.
And I'm me.
Briardude.